My number 2 waiver priority is Brian Robinson. And you're thinking, well, what's going on with Brian Robinson? Why is it a big deal? He just played his first game back. Why are we concerned about Brian Robinson? Well, let me tell you. Okay. Looking at the running back snaps from last week, J.D. McKissick played 41% of snaps against Tennessee. Antonio Gibson played 32%. Brian Robinson played 29%. Brian Robinson, first game back from recovering from being shot in the leg, played almost the same amount of snaps as Antonio Gibson. If you remember in the preseason, and Brian Robinson had won the starting running back job over Antonio Gibson. And Gibson, through 5 weeks, had been a meh running back too. We can very much see Brian Robinson start to ascend, in a similar way that we saw Breece Hall ascend in usage over the next couple weeks. You want Brian Robinson on your team. Carson Wentz is one of the league leaders in passing right now for the Washington Commanders. And Brian Robinson, starting running back, he carried the load at Alabama. He was a 3rd round pick. Yes, he really didn't get going at Alabama till his 5th season, but he did have a 7.5% target share at Bama, 35 receptions his final year there, over 1,300 yards, he had 14 touchdowns, 16 total touchdowns. He is an older prospect, but as I said before, Ron Rivera gave him the starting job, and then moments later, there's a carjacking, gets shot, and is hospitalized. This is not only a talent win, but it's also like Washington is trying to grab at like team wins, and Brian Robinson being successful is also going to be a team win. So I think there's 2 things going at it. One is the talent and opportunity. 2 is that Washington's going to be scraping for any win that they can. If Brian Robinson can be successful, they're going to want that to happen. Yes, he didn't have a lot of usage and wasn't super efficient his first game back. 9 carries, 22 rushing yards, but he did have those 9 carries against Tennessee, and he may have rushed his first game back. Fine. He didn't play much in the preseason because of those injuries. The reality is Brian Robinson should be your number 2 running back priority behind Kenneth Walker. Robinson is going to be a stash. I think that he's going to be ramping up his usage over the next few weeks. It wasn't surprising, though, that the starting running back for Washington got a lot of snaps that first game back, recovering from his injuries.